Brighter Shores. That... Is this a game capture? I can't remember. No. It's a screen cap. Already did that. That's all there. That's there. This is here. That's all good. Hello, Raka. Hello, Oni, if you're still there. It was incredibly unfortunate timing. I do not need my controller. I'm 43 combat now. Nice. Righty. Righty. So, there is some quests I can already do, including this one. Go back, please. I think I can do this. This I cannot do. Not high enough combat. Not enough for that one. I need forager and combat for that. That needs a shit ton of combat, okay. But some woodcutting. It needs just exclusively non-combat skills, that's fun. I remember Raka mentioning that before. Okay. So I think what I would like to do is kill these guys and specifically probably settle on killing the Spriggans there to get myself some rare loot, which will hopefully help me kill the thing I need to for that quest I've already got. And then vulnerable to Cryone, vulnerable to Inferno. Okay. I will be able to have a much easier time. Oh, Quartermaster. What do I have at the moment? I can maybe grab out this and this. That is a lot of damage down, actually. Whereas that is a damage up. Fine for the moment. Just teleport to Hope Forest and then see where I need to go. I just want to get the combat card for them. Just to see that I've done it, basically. Yeah. They're in Snake's Path and Snake's Clearing. You know, that makes a lot of sense. I also want to fill in the map here, because apparently there's just like a bunch of this forest that either has expanded and wasn't there before, or... I just don't know about for some reason. Oh, is that the one where if you try and go down it, it doesn't let you, potentially? Okay, these guys immediately attack with range, so don't bother trying to range them. It's not worth it. That's good knowledge to have, at least running past it. Four damage. Vulnerable to cold my ass. Hit a friggin' 4. Can I equip this back? That's a downgrade. This to pop you and you back. Nectar crossing. I see. Do not get hit by them, apparently. I don't think I really need to be here. I imagine this is for the quest. The B quest, in fact. I do not need to be here. Indeed. Okie dokie. Where is the other one? This. You. Treeway Trail. It's all the way up there. Okie doke. Very cower pun. I need to be at least level 16 woodcutter. What bloody am I? 15? Funny. Very funny. What can I do with 15? Hickory dickory dock. Pine and oak. Just get the one level here. Great, I actually got through there without being attacked. Nice. Happy days. Elder trees. Just get myself enough to get that level so that I can go through that. Oh, hi, you. Look at you with your fancy cloak and stuff. Your friggin' bunny ears as well. Doing your second favorite activity right now. A while ago they updated the animations. Nice. While you mean last week? That's very, very much not necessarily that long of a while ago. I didn't even see that this tree was here to begin with, to be honest. That's like a second ago. They do feel chunky. Assuming that's what they wanted, they succeeded. Those do feel pretty chunky. Okay, there we go. just discover that. Go into here. I can pop all that tree away. Slight change to the hatchet, and the handsaw animation feels a lot different, right? Cool. Whenever I get to actually leveling woodcut proper, I'll be able to see that for realsies. Deposit all of those. I wanted to go into here because I'm gonna get spat at by the snakes again. Unfortunately. I do like the music tracks for ever so slightly different music for different things. When you're in combat, when you're just running around, like the stuff that gets added, basically. It's just nice. Yeah, exactly. It's just nice. Okay, check this. So I've got it filled in on the map. Check up there if I can as well. I just want me maps filled in. This place is cute. I'm assuming you are my honeybee quest man, which I cannot do yet. Oh, it's there. It's there. It's there. It's there. Hickory. There's the hickory. Shoggy Dimblehead? Oh, this is the place where you get knocked out, yeah. You get confused and just turn around immediately. Okie doke. Then we murder. Please be smart. No, this one. The vulnerability can't be that good if it doesn't auto-select it. I don't know. It confuses me. Because it feels like when the vulnerability hits on a high hit, it does a shit ton of damage. That friggin' is very high level. Oh, that's actually exactly what I want. This is the whole point. To just get some upgraded gear for me across the board so that I can then go and do the quest with like actually appropriately leveled gear to what I have at the moment. Instead of being disgustingly underleveled in terms of gear, but higher level. Might need to pop potion for this one. Cut that a bit close. I think my sword is better than my two-handed here, even though it wants to select the two-handed because of the raw attack is so much better. Should you just have a fucking bone club? Yes. Yes, you do. Just an absolute psycho in the woods, stealing people's bones, turning them into weapons. I did see the hand crossbow. The hand crossbow is really cool. I like my, it fires really quickly as well. I like my bow, but I don't have it on at the moment because these guys are weak to fire, so. The daggers are better, probably. The bow is just cooler. I think that elemental thing is not being calculated either correctly or something. Because it is definitely better for me to use that sword than it is for me to use the two-handed. Consistently better results. I do actually, sadly, kind of want upgrades across the board, huh? Extra defense. Probably that as well, yeah. Especially since the shield is the only thing I have that's correctly leveled right now. That does help. It's the one drop I got from these guys so far. I suppose if depending on how the system works it out, if it just figures it out based on how quickly something dies rather than oi. Nice. Rather than like overall how favorable the combat would go. Weapons I mostly want upgrades for. Yeah, I do have the potions to help me in terms of defensiveness, right? I can like pop a potion early and it would come off cooldown. The quicker you kill something, the less it's got a chance to roll big heavy hits on you though. It's a no-brainer for sure. Hopefully farm these guys until I've got a bunch of rare gear. That's the plan though. Alternatively, because I was thinking about this, I have so much combat to do. me and Racken were talking about this before, I think, during March. I have so much combat that needs leveling that this would functionally be nothing but combat leveling. So I'm going to try and limit myself to like half of the length worth of combat each time. This is nice, but it's ice, so I think I still want the fire. Guess I made those healing pots. Now I have 50 out. Yes, which is why I have 300 of them. I decided it was time, and then I just went all in. I thought 300 seemed like a good amount to just farm. 700! Jesus. $900. Numbers. Numbers change so much. When you get to a higher point, it's scary. When's my next? I can already get it. Oh, it's a jellyfish. It's evil. Giant ant. I did get all the experience from the Bugman there. Okay, the double. Stuff has thousands of health. Yeah, exactly. It's just strange for me to look at now when I have 530 and it has 510. But you'd also be getting 10 health every level, right? So you must have a disgusting amount. Whatever level combat you were, I don't even know. 15, I think? You have 9,800! Jesus. Oh, shit. That hit me really hard there. A rare heavy crossbow. That's not useful for me at all. I just have to sell that. If only I could actually do the quest to change the weapon, but nope. Not allowed. Sure, that's only a mild chance, but it's an upgrade otherwise. Oh my god, a level 160? That's so surprising. It means a quarter of all of your levels of combat to get here. I'm a big boy compared to them, yeah. What level am I? 360. Oh shit. I just died. Because I got distracted. We'll see. What are you at? 55, 72. I mean, it's gonna be better, right? 66, 84, yeah. That one will be better than this one will be. Hey, John, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the slow and steady here. Gonna get there. Absolutely ranked and John separately. That makes more sense. Let's TP back over here and then not die because I'm not paying attention this time. Dying because you're not paying attention isn't the greatest thing. I have to run around these damn snakes every time, don't I? Oh no, I can go this way. I can just go straight up here. I'm just silly. I was gonna briefly say something like, of course you know someone, but I feel like you know probably like literally everyone who's ever played this game at this point, Raka. Ah, of course it's the brambles. Who knows? Everyone who's played this game. They all know. That's the point. That's the whole point. Those will not be better. Yeah. Get my ranged attacks in for the advantage. I don't think I cancelled my animation there, but it sort of looked like I did. Knowledge points, knowledge points, knowledge points. What do I do with thee? I think I spam absolutely every single one of them into combat. And use them on literally nothing else. I don't think I even unlock the like passive experience gathering activities for other things. As much as that kind of like is gonna make me die inside every time I look at that screen. If I want to try and get as many quests on as possible. I think those are going to be better than my other throwing rings, but meh. Xeno's Invictus. Looks horrifying. The fucking 26? Oh god, of course, there's 2,000 combat levels now, isn't there? Oh, bloody hell. 40 milestones. Yup. I didn't even think about that because they all got merged. Oh, that's terrifying. I assume there's always a good spread of enemies across each episode. So I'm not going to get screwed as soon as I get to milestone 1. That's only showing me new things. To choose a new foe pack, base foes, and you can choose a pack of enemies. Okay, cool. I'll unlock this. Choosing which episode you want to fight monsters in. Which is that relevant for anything other than flavor and potions? Because you do have the experience potions, I suppose, for set areas. It's music. You get your OSTs. Because a monster weakness is some episodes are easier for certain classes than others. Oh, right. I think the forest might actually be quite good for me. I'm not sure though. Vulnerable to Tempest. Necro, I don't really do anything about. Tempest. Fire. Ice. Fire. Forest might be good for me, potentially. I have ice, fire, and lightning. My seemingly free. No, I have death as well, actually. Two-handed axe. And the swords are fire, and I like swords. And that's the best reason, so. And the bow is ice, and I like the bows. And rapiers are ice. Just based purely on the enemies I have at the moment, I would probably go with forest. But I will presumably be able to see, hopefully preview what I would get. Oh yeah, I should do that. So very conveniently, my playtime is about on 80 hours. So that gives a clean area in which I can mark where I need to get to, which would be 160. That would be the cutoff point. Or if it becomes very clearly impossible to do another quest. think it'll be fine. Especially since I'll be definitely keeping on top of the AFK. I think I'm gonna be A-okay. But I'm probably going to be being slightly inefficient with the AFK. Because I want to get rid of all the double experience things, because it looks nicer when they're not there. The question, are we having the gear to keep up with level? Yeah. My idea, at least when I am constantly doing combat, is if I can get away with it to functionally only manually fight the monsters with like plus 50% loot. The rare loot. So like the Shade I would kill once to get the card for it and then just go back to killing Spriggans again. It might not be as quick for leveling, but at least until I've got my like full gear upgraded. Because I'm assuming these guys can only drop gear up to level 41. I kinda need the equipment. Monsters will go up to their level with a minimum of the last mon's level plus 1. Oh, right. So, Spriggans can drop gear from 30H to 41. Neat! That's a clever way of doing that. So it is still relevant. Rare gear from a level 40 whatever is going to be a lot better than common gear from also max roller on the rare drop. That's nice. Is the thing though, right? Because the rarity you said gives it like functional invisible levels worth, but they're not actually invisible anymore, I don't think. As far as I can tell, it's actually visible now. No, buddy. How do you mean by visible? Before, if I inspected, the stats were like quite low level, right? In here. Because this is only level 25. No? Really? Okay, maybe I'm just fucking hallucinating then. Maybe that was a weird dream. That might have been a weird dream. In my exhausted March state. Nevertheless, weird dreams aside, the higher rarity gives basically in levels worth of benefit, right? Like a common item, was it 5 levels per rarity? 15 levels per rarity? So it's definitely worth farming Spriggans as opposed to Shades. Because the likelihood that I get a rare piece of equipment is way better. 25 purple is a 55 green, yeah. It's So I think I'll be relatively okay in terms of keeping up with equipment. I just won't be leveling as quickly when I am in control of the leveling as such, right? The AFK is how I'm going to get most of my combat levels, probably. Hilariously. Yay! Also, maybe theoretically, even if my gear is a little bit behind where I quote-unquote should be, hopefully the fact that my levels are a little bit ahead would make up for it a smidge. Obviously gear's a lot more impactful than a single level is, but if I'm 10 levels up, then, you know. Feet, hands, and head. And then weapons is what I'm out for at this point. And purples is ideally what I want. Because I don't expect to get the oranges. That's just asking for way too much. And that's such a clever way of doing that. I really like that. Like what? The previous enemy's level +1. It's just smart. Kiss? Yeah. That's hard sometimes. I think people do not respect or adhere to enough. they vary up the resistances per episode? So for milestone 2, for example, I should say per milestone, or do you end up always in the same place? So for example, in milestone 1, let's say I pick the forest, because it's like the good option for me, would the forest just automatically be the good option for me again in milestone 2? And every milestone henceforth? Or do they actually like switch it up as you go through the ranks so that you go to a variety of places? Even if you go for optimal. Monster damage types, weaknesses don't change. Ah, dang. That's a bummer. You always end up in the same area in that way. If you want for the optimal way of doing it. Understandable. Would have been nice to have a variety of places. Okay. So eventually you're forced into another one. God damn it. Again. I finally get a fucking bootstrap and I can't wear it. Choose hope port 9 times, everyone else 10 times. So something that will not be relevant for me. But neat nonetheless. Eventually, you do get forced into something else. It just takes a hot moment. I was hoping I'd get some weapon upgrades here, but it's not really looking favourable in that regard, sadly. That was a wee bit close. Those old plate gloves are just so good. So these are functionally level 40. So really, it's weapons where I'm struggling. They're 55? Oh god, yeah. Wait, are they 55? Plus 15? So that's 70? That's 25 plus 15 per level. Oh no, because it's only up by 2, so 55, yeah, because 1 star is the lowest. It's always 1 star. You muppet. Is orange gloves 70? Yeah. The orange torso that I just got a second ago is fucking ludicrous then. Yeah, 86 is ridiculous. So to get common gear equals anything I have other than my weaponry, I would need to be in the next episode. Or the next milestone, sorry. That's amazing. Okay. Really suffering on the weapon front. I think the only weapon I've had that's above uncommon was some daggers I got right at the start, throwing daggers. Sadly. Get level 30 purple range from Lost Shipment. Oh. Which I can do. I've been doing combat for an hour at this point. I could probably go do a few quests, right? The problem with this one specifically is I don't remember any of this shit. Man. And none of it's marked on the map either. Bulged tailberries. I think it is level 40. Give it a go. It attacks with fire, it's immune to fire. Alright. Fuck you too. So this should be better. No, because it doesn't have any ice. I actually don't think it is. $53, $45. Well, that attacks with Earth, huh? I do have an Earth-based attack, right? Oh Lord, he healthy. This should be completely within the realm of doable as long as it keeps doing those slams like that. That is easy peasy. Next one it does, I can pop another potion. Tried to walk back into the damage there. My man's trying to kill himself. I'm gonna have to go somewhere else other than back this time. Because I'm kind of backed into a corner here. No. This isn't necessary, but do it for safety. Goodbye, bear. Oh, fuck it. Oh, I have all of those items, I just haven't used them on the crystal. Where do I have to do it? I can't remember. Crystal clearing. Down there. So it's just... I need to be able to store the honey. Some way to do that. Not sure why I can't put it into one of my potion bottles, but don't worry about that. Maybe I go speak to the Honeycomb Heights person. Should go in a jar instead of a bottle? I mean, it should it, yes. However, if my situation is I cannot store honey and there is honey in front of me and I need to store honey, it can probably go in the bottle. I don't think that's the end of the world, right? Hello. This man just says, what are you doing in my house? I'm searching your chest, that's what I'm doing in your house. My tool belt? How do I look at my tool belt again? There is specifically jars. I don't know where the fuck I would buy those from, though. There's also something in here that I haven't found before. See if there's any other places down here that I can buy it from. Ah, it's brambles. If in doubt, it's always brambles. Let's go down to Timberwell. Either the Forager's Warehouse in Hopeport, Timberwell supplies here in Hope Forest. Oh, how convenient. How coinky dinky. There's so much extra shit in the carpentry workshop. There's more things in here. It's so weird having played this game so long ago. Everything's so different all of a sudden. Pufferfish box assembly station. Storage assembly station. Okay. It's your home in there. Strange blockade indeed. Hello. Apparently I require jars because it must be proper. Well, then I only have one thing left and I don't know where to get it from. So I guess I grab the... Oh no, that is the honey that goes in there. Sorry, I thought the honey had already filled in one of the things, but no, that is it. And then I'm done. Nice. I just have to go back to the lady. A lady. Apparently that bear was a problem, huh? I could not get past it. I don't think I ever actually tried to fight it. I think I just looked at it and saw that it was higher level than me and just went, nope. Because really that could have been done even if you were way lower level than it, because it gives you that really massive opportunity to heal. There we go. Meander my way over there. And then I believe there is no other quests in this area I can do. Because I don't have woodcutter or combat, don't have any of those, none of that, none of that. Cool. But I can do at least one quest in Hopeport. It's not much, but it's summon. It's summon. Nothing happens? Oh. I have to use them in a specific order? A mine to the southeast. Too few plants to grow in the mines. A mine to the southeast of the forest. Never eat this way. Place I'm not allowed into. Please don't tell me I'm never going to be able to finish this quest. That's going to be very frustrating if that's forever, like, you can't complete this. I can finish it, I just can't enter the mine afterwards. Okay, fantastic. That doesn't bother me. I like that I turn around to jump. And then I just go back to Lucky Gun. You're not even in range, just leave. You don't even need to do this, my friend. Funny. Is it this way? It goes to Cran. It's probably this. Or not. Maybe that down there instead. I have to run around because of the fucking brambles. Having a forced combat enemy that's ranged is very mean. You can't stop it being dark. Where is the captain? Heads to the barracks. A combat milestone 1, total Hope Forest level of 45 to receive clearance. I mean, I have the total Hope Forest level. I'm too weak. Okay. Then I will port back to Hope Ports and then go do the other quests. And if I need to get that little bit of combat, do that, then fiddle around and stuff. Used to be optional to do part of your woodcutting in the Viper area. Oh, really? Ugh. That's icky. I've already switched out all my bits for the best available ones, so all this stuff can be sold. Hello. Sell all, including the rare stuff. He was doing it before the potion belt existed. Yup. Okay. What the hell was I doing on this one? I have a weapons order, so I need a fetid flounder. So I probably need to make my fisherman milestone go back to milestone 1. No, that's mottled. What? Do I just get a flounder and then let it go rotty? Go to the pond? Was there one in the pond? you anytime you play any game. The fuck was I doing? I Oh, there is a little founder in here. Cute. Hello. Thank you, Raka. Hi, buddy. I tend to leave myself in a spot in things where I know what I'm doing. I've stuffed the note in the flounder. A man in a blue waistcoat. It's very non-specific. Now to lurk somewhere. Oh, I can lurk behind the bush. Cool. Stealthy. Furtive stranger. Jason. Furtively heads east. That is the name, after all. Hello, fish. I remember you. I'll be back here to kill you guys later. You're going to be my AFK, probably. So I can get all the double experiences marked off. Okay. I don't know if I've done the man in the blue waistcoat bit already. This door is boarded up and will not open. But what if I beat the shit into it? Who was I doing this for? Am I winning? I ain't got a fucking clue, my man. A blue waistcoat. Man in a waistcoat, which happens perchance to be blue. Such a nice day by the harbour. I never reveal my sources. Okay. Planning to sell the weapons to the Emperor of Bever. Okay. Sam has been delayed by the storms, presenting an opportunity to do impersonation trick. Pretend to be Sham, they'll sell you the weapons. I don't have a monobrow. Someone must know something about hair. Isn't there a haircutter somewhere? Am I losing my mind? There is a hairdresser. Hello, can you give me a monobrow? like a monobrow, please. One monobrow, please. I need to remove my castle helmet. That makes sense. $8 silver, 100 copper. More than I'm willing to pay for a monobrow. Not willing to compromise my artistic, whatever. Sure. I give you this unique experience providing someone with a monobrow. Oh, hell yeah, dude. I'll gladly remove him for free. Why would you ever remove that? It's glorious. Oh, look, come on, come on. Really? It's immune to cold. Why are you doing such bad damage? I can't kill them. They're level 4 and I can't kill them. They're immune. Let's just maybe just while I'm running around, let's just do this to stop that from happening again. And monobrow Sam. The thieves den. Book the thief. Let's see these weapons. This isn't a real. Oh my god! That's fucked up. Don't do that. This is not gonna end well for you, buddy. I don't know how to tell you this, but no, my monobrow. I paid 8 silver for that. And then you dramatically rip it off? Hi. Really? Oh, it's the furtive stranger. Bonk. Dead. Oh, they're dead. Yep, you're welcome. Take a set as a reward. Oh, thanks. I've done a rare Carthian plumbate. 17,500 fisherman experience, 34,500 combat. Gets me to 45 combat. And doesn't do shit for my fisherman. But it's another quest done. 2! Now what I have to do... I guess get my combat to milestone 1. I did a thing. I did a thing! I'm a hero. $75. Damn. These can be sold. And then I want this. On. This can also be sold? Well, that's one down. And the next one probably won't be for quite a long time. In comparison to how quickly that one was. How many do we have? So there was 2. Technically 3, I suppose. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Amazingly. Did I count that right? 2? If we count the main quest, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sweet. Sell items. Yes. Next is Spider's Nest at 60 combat. Cool. Well, main quest at 50 combat, right? Teleport to Hope Forest Central. Then go for the Spriggans. Okay. The plan, I think, is I'm going to get 50 combat. Oh, I can actually go kill a Shade now, right? Are they immune to fire or anything? They are not. They're immune to Arbore. Okay, cool. Kill one Shade. Go and kill Spriggans. That is some ass damage. You put it right there, buddy. Kill the Spriggans till I get to 50. Do the main story quest. And then I think I will start to work on wood cutting. To reach the threshold of beakers. So that it's not just all combat. A little bit of variety. Keep things a little more interesting. Ollie likes the sound of that, at least. What's the difference here, experience-wise, between these two? Combat level for me is 59,000, 60,000, functionally. 59,770. Now you imagine, you motherfucker. Finally get a range weapon. This is what I've already got one better for. How much is one for you? This is 1,700 experience. These are 1,300. But they're basically the same knowledge. 10.9 mil. Nice. And how much experience do you get a kill? From your best experience a kill monster at the moment. $231k. Okay. That's not terrible, to be honest. Like, you still have to do a lot more than I do. But that's not that bad. Actually, do you even have to do more than I do? Yeah, you do. That's not as significant of a, like, total jump as I thought it was going to be. Hello, Duck Salt. How are you? Welcome. Oh, itchy. I think, sadly, you had rare loot down, yeah. And these guys have rare loot up max. So I think I want to just focus these. At least until I have, like, purple in the lot. The weapons as well. Although not in every single weapon slot, that's quite frankly absurd to try and do. What, 3 variety of melee weapons, 2 two-handeds, and 5 ranged? It's more than just one armor set. You can't believe the combat still looks like this. It is honestly really surprising. Even after the combat has gone through, like, distinctly an update. In terms of splitting it into, or joining it into one combat skill instead of it being a bunch of different combat skills, but I assume when it becomes more updated and they add the special attacks and stuff, that it will be much more involved. To be fair, I am only level 45 in combat as well, so you wouldn't even necessarily expect it to be super a lot at this point, where I haven't even gone through one milestone, right? You move like a snail, yeah. I do wish you could double click to run when you're in combat. Like if you move away from something, that you could double click to break focus. But yeah, exactly right. Priority wise, I think a lot of people are probably more interested in other skills, and they want to add more quests, and adding more all of that stuff is probably something that people care more about than just this, to be honest. I do think it fits the vibe of the game, though, to be honest. As just being, like, relatively incredibly chill. Nothing's really very high intensity, right? Majority of the hate against us for combat. Don't know how it's not a priority. I mean, just if, like, to a degree, I do agree with you. But if it's not what they want to focus on, like, it's not what they want to focus on, right? It's what's a priority to them that's important. Although it is mostly negative recently, which is definitely not a good sign. Andrew doesn't want it to be combat focused. As he said as such, is he? Game where combat is be all end all, play RuneScape. It does kind of feel more like what that's for, yeah. I do think this game does get an inordinate amount of people who want more RuneScape coming here and then complaining that this isn't RuneScape though, right? I think the combat system is OSRS? Would you say? I mean, at the very basic, like, hit each other level, I understand, but there's none of the magic over melee, over ranged, over magic. There's no prayers to speak of. There will be a combat triangle though. Isn't that between players rather than between monsters though? Like for neutrals? Or is it going to be like two-handed over ranged, ranged over one over two or something? Because that's very different when it's PvP. PvP versus PvE is very different in that regard, right? Because PvP or PvE, the triangle still exists in RuneScape, whereas it doesn't here. There's no safe spots yet. You don't need to do any gear switching, exactly. So he wants to make Dungeons Raids update content? Yeah. I understand when people get upset about stuff with slow development. I don't know how many people work on this game, but I don't imagine it's terribly too many. I'm sure Raka knows. But I don't think there's a terribly large number of people who work on it. And my vibe that I get from the Gower family, as such, as it were, is that they like to take their time and do it the way that they want to do it, rather than just rushing shit out that's half done over and over again, right? I think if you gave content updates to this game at the speed in which people want them, bearing in mind it's fucking early access, although the fact that there is such a large subscription fee for an early access game is kind of questionable in the first place. It would be shit, right? If you had a mass combat overhaul 1 week and then all the quests are in the game the next week and then there's a whole new region the week after, like, it'd be shit. It'd be terrible. It would be genuinely atrocious. I mean, if the game's only there for the people who enjoy skilling, let the game be there for the people who enjoy skilling, right? No one's making you play it. No one's making anyone play it. I doubt one of the staff members is there with a gun to your head. Oh god, that went down the wrong hole. Help. I don't know where you're getting. I assume you just put a number 8, but for the sake of dramatic effect. But, you know, there's... Oh, whoops. Uh... 19,000? Have played it at least. Past level 300, which is not a small amount. Steam DB. Brighter Shores. Can you see it on here? I can't remember. Charts. For last week. Yep, you are right. An average of around maybe 100 to 150 players a day. Comparing to peak is irrelevant, I will say. That is a bad drop and a bad average for sure. It's not a good look. But comparing to its peak is like pointless, right? To think of something else which had a incredibly good like specific time, and then if you compare it to its average, it's going to be fucking atrocious now. The peak for Helldivers was 458,000. Its peak now is 55. Which is 10%, so it's definitely a lot better, but if you compare it to peak, it's always trash. And that's, of course, when it released to now. And that's Steam only, whereas it's on multiple consoles, but... To be honest, I think it would make a difference. But I don't think it would make that much of a difference if you updated the combat to bring, like, tons of players back or anything, right? God. Do you like the look of the game? Some of the skills are nice. I think it needs more skill system to be popular. To be popular, definitely. My question would be, does it need to be popular? Obviously, you'd hope it would be successful to a degree. Otherwise, that sucks for them. And that's really rough. It's not really what you want to hear. But it's what they want from it, right? Do they want it to be popular, or do they want to make the thing they want to make? And once again, it's in early access. I don't know when it's meant to come out in early access. I don't know if that's listed anywhere on The Steam page. No, not a date, at least. Multiplayer world events, all professions, bounties for all professions, a party system, dungeons for all professions, Neat. Combat improvements, including skill trees and special attacks. I mean, that would do it, right? PvP, and then the extra episodes. Would call it an MMO if they cared about it being popular. You can have a good chunk of people playing, but it not necessarily be popular. I think at least what I would consider popular is a shitload of people, right? I don't know what OSRS average player count is. Average player count is 180k. Like, that's popular, right? Helldivers has got 50,000 average player on Steam. Would you say that's popular? Because if so, this has never been popular. Even when it was at its peak of all time, it was never at any point popular. With like 25k. So by that logic, it's never been an MMO. Which it kind of hasn't, in my opinion. I would agree on that point. It's kind of hard to say it is when you have no capacity to like trade with each other until relatively recently. And there's no necessarily real multiplayer content in it at all. By the fact that you can see other people walking around and you can cut down trees with people. Project Gorgon was in EA for 8 years, never had 1,000 players until it launched. I consider it to be probably even 20k, so it's just hype, yeah. I genuinely think it's a consideration of like... From everything I can tell, from having very little in-look into it, right? Complete outsider's perspective. It's just someone who wants to make a game, very slowly making a game the way that they want to make it and not caring about other people's stuff. Like 101,000 people can clamour for combat to be updated, right? If they want to save combat to be one of the last updates, that's entirely their right. They're the one making the fucking game. People get so salty when you talk about negatives, like it personally impacts their life. I think what's more of the problem there is the mentality towards the end of that statement. Calm down, losers. What people don't like is that when there's not constructive feedback, it's people just dogpiling, right? Which is what tends to happen at this point in time. It isn't people being like, oh, the game's got some good bits here and there and I enjoy it overall. What happens is one person pops in and is just like, the combat's dog shit, and then everyone just jumps on the fact that the combat's dog shit. And then it becomes an echo chamber. And then people get really pissed off because it just turns into this let's shit on this thing because we can shit on it rather than have like a conversation about the goods and the bads. And you know, like, the average person does not fucking understand the dev cycle and how hard it is. Takes a long time. It takes a long time to make a game. Especially if you want to keep it with a small group of people. Here's my question though. Would you rather they move at a snail's pace but make an actually good game? Or would you rather that they release it quickly but it's shit? Because this is the triangle. There's speed, there's cost, and then there's quality. You pick two of the three. The other one is the problem. You can never have all three. You have to pick two. And the thing with cost is they go bankrupt. And then the game doesn't get finished. Nobody will be happy at the end of the day. Not true. Those 150 people will be fucking delighted. Those guys are living life right now. Are you kidding me? They've been playing this game since launch. They're having a whale of a time. The other 20k were quit, and? So what? Think about this in terms of like an individual impact, right? 8 people have, or however many it was, I can't remember. I think Raka said a dozen, which is 12, if I'm not mistaken. 12 people have made 150 people have hundreds of thousands of hours of entertainment combined between all of them. Isn't that wonderful? It's not even done yet. Be fun if they put a bit more effort. I think it's not that simple, is the thing. Let me see if I can find the people who work on this game. Is there a way to see that? Brighter Shores team. That's a YouTube video, I don't care. I don't want to watch that. Devs. No, that's not very useful. Now I think you're just trolling. Settings does credits, but includes former employees. So, one, the quest people are irrelevant to combat, so none of those are relevant. They don't need to be included. Mapping is irrelevant. Professions is 2 people, which is relevant. Graphics probably isn't terribly relevant. for the great deal of things other than occasionally adding new animations, but let's include all those anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Music and sound effects is mildly relevant. So 8. I don't know what tools means. So only 8 people, of which the 2 who actually are working on making it work is 2 people. That's it. And those 2 people also need to work on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And the next episode, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 different skills at the same time. And also, God knows what fucking else. Because they're involved in other bits as well, right? It's hard. It's not as simple as that. They can do it quicker. They can, but they probably don't want to sack the quality. Just because you can do something quickly, it doesn't mean you should. Haste makes waste. Right. Doesn't say. I think it's tough. And it's not to excuse the fact that it's so slow. That's not my purpose. I don't really have any skin in the game, right? I don't give a shit. I do not care at all. Not really. I just understand the frustrations. Simple little PVM enjoy. You want to do PVM on a game you like, but dislike at the same time. Yeah. Yeah, I get ya. I think regular here, Ramhard, put it very well the other day. Or last month, I suppose I should say, really. Or 2 months ago at this point. Which is that the game is really nice. It's like visually beautiful. The music is very nice. And all of that stuff. But at least at its current implementation, it does kind of, to a degree, feel like an art project rather than a game. Not to say that it's bad. Quite the opposite. It's quite fun in some regards. When people start saying PVM instead of PvE? Probably when it became more about the monsters rather than the environment. You don't really do anything relevant to environment, right? A lot of the time. do wonder why that specifically happened, though. What was the, like, crux of that change? Both mean the same thing to you? They do, but it's interesting that there's been a change in terminology, right? Nonetheless. Even if they are the same thing, it's just intriguing why the wording would change. If the thing itself has not changed, why the change in wording? Or in phrasing? Certain communities, they say DD instead of DPS. You find it interesting? DD damage dealt? Okay. Oh, damage dealer. Oh, in that regard, right. Not DPS is in like damage per second. The DPS is in the DPSer. Not defensive, so you do think it matters? The thing is, tone doesn't come across in text, so the way that that's written is definitely like, why the fuck does it matter, rather than anything else, right? It's the way that that comes across. Zed been around these parts? Definitely not a name I recognize. It's in revolts here specifically. This is only really the first real day I've played this, so I've played an hour here and there for a few hours last month, but this is the first time I've actually like started playing it. Zenish's Twitch, Revolt is his in-game name. Oh, okay. Are they a high player? Are they, or just someone who's very active? There's nearly 10 now. So close. Top 10's nearly filled in. He's hiding from the leaderboards again? Oh, okay. Pine tree enhancement potions. You have to be 6. Jesus. It's like level 300? Maths is hard. Yeah, nah. Hold on to that. I'm holding on to them, but I don't think I'm ever going to get to level 300. Says you regularly shit on it, but continue to play it because you're dumb fucks. As long as you have fun, right? Ultimately, at the end of the day, as long as you're having fun while you're playing it. Otherwise, that's very unhealthy. You know. The, don't let it become League of Legends. But you hate playing it, but... keep playing it. you're not having fun playing it, it's an investment in hopes combat will be good. That's not very healthy. In the combat, you don't need to, right? If they update the combat, it will be there, and then if you haven't done it, you'll just get to play more of it. If you play it now and you're not having fun, by the time the combat update gets done, you've just got less to do. It's an anti-vestment, if anything. That's not investing, that's anti-vesting. You're removing potential fun from yourself in the future. Ex-vesting, I guess? How would you put that? Unless you're exclusively doing non-combat stuff, I suppose. Then just getting combat levels required for quests. A lot of people you know play this aren't having fun. That's not very smart. Future-proofing? That feels like the exact opposite to me, man. Surely the future-proofing thing to do would be like, I'm not enjoying this now, but I'm gonna keep my eye on it because I know that there's a ton of fun here for me once it gets to the point where I like it. No? Because if you play all of it now, there isn't any game left. There's nothing to do. Let's just start a new character, at which point you have a future-proof anyway. Explaining logic to degenerates. If you don't try and help people, they never get better. It's not even logic, it's just more of an emotional argument anyway, right? Logic would just be, if not fun, don't play. Idiot. Or something. Having 4 ranged attacks feels so fucking weird, man. It don't feel right. Ultimately, I do say I have to agree with you. Truly. There is a lot of improvement to be had. Definitely. And hopefully it gets there. Hopefully it does. 15 levels means that's still better than this. That doesn't have any element on it, so it sucks. If my best friend got sent to prison, would you want him to be the one dropping the soap, or people dropping the soap around it? Don't make it fun, we just leave it out of you. This is not a relevant metaphor. If my best friend got sent to prison, they probably wouldn't be my best friend anymore. Unless they were falsely imprisoned. That just sounds like you're making bad life decisions. People go to jail for small things. People do not tend to go to prison for small things. Important difference. Hello, Derry. Welcome. How are you? That's a very distinct thing. Well, in jail, you tend to be in singular cells. Typically, no. At least as my understanding, as someone who's never committed a crime in their life and never will. Fucking hopefully. No, we've never been. My understanding was that they are singular things. Not in America, it's not. They're all overcrowded. I think they're so overcrowded there, if you were sticking to that relatively harmful old stereotype, no one would have the space to bend over anyway. Don't really matter at that point, does it? What's going on? What am I currently working towards? I'm currently working towards getting 50 combat so that I can finish the current main story quest, because I have to go get permission to do it. I can't progress after that point anymore because I'm free to play. And then I'm gonna start working on wood cutting to be able to do the Because quest. And intersplicing combat here and there, where I feel like it. It's not an old stereotype. Guys be fucking in there, it's wild. I don't mean to break this to you, Doug. Guys be fucking outside the prison as well. It's actually relatively completely normal. As normal as it is that we derive pleasure from sticking appendages into other places in which appendages are, for the most part, really not meant to go. It's about as normal as it could get. Ugh. I have a lot of quests ahead of me. I do. I've only done 2. I got a ton to do. I really wish this would go away. Or I could, like, dismiss it or something. It annoys me. It's good stuff. I'll go away when the event ends. When does the event end? There's a difference in Dragon. That's mainly not a choice. Yeah, that is relatively important. This end? Okay, good. The times you miss that feeling. Are you done with all quests now, are you? Just waiting for a new one to come out so you can do it again. What's the event? Something to do with bunny rabbits. I think it's for Easter. New quest this weekend, but good for me, it's not free to play. Is that good for me? If it's a free to play quest, it probably means I'd get some like actually genuinely good upgrade, right? Obviously it means I got more to do, but a lot of the quests tend to have really good updates. Where do you go? You go to Dorothy and the Rabbit Cafe, which is in Hopeport. The enchanter used. It's so strange that there's no enchanter. It's so weird. She's just gone. As far as I will ever see, actually just gone as well, right? Because I remember you saying that they're in one of the extra areas. Like my first rule before I enter the chat is it don't be a dick. I can't remember. And the mine is the infusionist. Your first Zenith was solo dead? Hey. Well done, Derelict. Well done. Congrats. Congrats. Which one did you do? Yeah, great question. Which one? Which one? Espinas. Oh, really? Don't backseat? Yes. It is, of my opinion, that typically a lot of backseating pushes you towards a meta scenario, right? And that meta is the death of fun. Imagine backseating brighter shores. Oh, of course people do. This is an inoptimal route to gather these resources. Why are you gathering these resources at this point? You're a higher level, you can go to this other place instead. It's X amount more experience per hour. You're wasting your time. Of course people do. It's not even hard. You went to the wrong spot. You moved one extra tile to go to that bag storage. If you do that over the course of an hour, you lose 5,000 experience. Which, considering that you need to do this until you get to the next level threshold, that means you would have to do this for 2 extra hours. You know? It is very easy for people to backseat this game. Why did you go with Espinas, Derelict? Any particular reason? It's a neat one to do first, considering that it's basically the flagship of the game, you know, right? Very cool. You do its weapon. Okay, cool. Cool. Fair choice. Efficiently make comeback. They are doing it efficiently, that's why they're not doing it quick, Duck. Haste is waste. Whatever the other one is. Slow is steady and steady is speed? I don't know. It's something like that. I've only ever heard that one like twice in my life before. Longsword in Frontier is considered worse greatsword. Oh, really? How strange. That it's worse greatsword. I know it's not necessarily very good because it's based off DOS Frontier, and DOS Frontier is DOS Longsword is shit. Slow is steady, steady is fast. Okay. I prefer steady as speed because you keep the alliteration going, but it doesn't work quite well. It doesn't work quite well linguistically. Why, a fantastic example. Doesn't work as well linguistically. So that does make sense. You do use sword and shield, Alec? Oh, cool. What weapons are you using? Are you actually using like a plethora of weapons in Frontier? I do want to still get my feet and my head, if I can, upgraded here. I'm starting to consider the virtue of moving on to 1700 experience an hour instead of 1300 an hour. Sorry, per kill. Good. Escape in my head, man. Relatively similar amount of knowledge points as well. Great swords. She stopped because you want to have a change. Ask for an annoying ask because your grinder set just for itself. Yeah, valid. Valid. Longsword, sword and shield, dual swords, and sometimes tonfa. Quick hitting. For the most part, relatively quick hitting. Can use element type weapons. That makes sense. They all get benefit out of the same set of skills. Nice. Very nice. Any preferreds? Choice out of those ones, if you had to pick one. I mean, I suppose I still don't really have a good variety of weapons spread either, so I should stay here. All of fun in their own way. That's not what I asked. You eventually do leave your job? You think hand drum? Tech priest in Darktide. I've given you the perfect thing to say to your boss. Oh god. Okay. Consider me concerned. Actually killing it for viewers if you can put out your 14% of the player base in your chat. That's a crazy metric to throw out there. Although, at the same time, it's very scuffed. Because it would be very easy for someone who had many an average viewer to switch their game, and they'd have like 400% of the player base, right? If not more. I don't know. The big people on Twitch have so many numbers, it's scary. I don't want to think about it. Big damage. Like, have to be deliberate, determined for your meta damage skills to work. Like sheathing, better stamina management, ditching safe skills like guards, proper iframing attacks, so on. Oh no. Derelict, are you using true determination? Not yet. No. You silly individual. Solid determination. It was close enough. When you get to Musos, it'll be kind of required. When you get to Musos, what you do is you have a deep internal look. You realize that this is not worth your time, and you go play something else. That's what you do when you reach Musos. Legitimately what you did. I know you better than this. I do, but just because you know how someone's gonna be, you can hope that they do better, Derelict. I can pray you save yourself the agony that is. The just misery that's gonna be. $48. My 50% extra rare loot modifier. I mean, these two weapons are the ones that I got, but it's not really working out for me fantastically here. The mindset of better doing regret than the opposite. Got 2 level ups and 2 fights. Is that because you're very under-leveled, Mace? For what level you're in? Or are you doing chonky fights? Well, I should be good to get this done today, which I'm happy about. Despite being a derogatory term, being called valet, but valets feels oddly nice. I've never heard that term before. It's a game. It's a school life RPG. It means that you're a rascal or a rogue. Apparently. Parlance? Yeah, I've never heard that before in my life. That's some archaic language for sure. Or made up language. Teleport. You shouldn't be underleveled. Were you doing chonky fights then? Or just know from Darktide, because that's what Hadron calls us. Is Hadron the person that you said speaks very old English? Posh way? Clearly not me. Old English posh way. Proper, innit, mate? Because if so, them calling you a rascal or a rogue would make perfect sense at that point, maybe? Perhaps? It brought you one level above the recommended for the next story beat. Huh. Weird. She's old, but she doesn't do the funny English speak. Maybe it's just the fact that she's fucking old then. It's a way that people are made to seem older than they are in games, right? Make them speak in Shakespearean terms. Relatively typical. Pop this in here. In you go. Wonder what, maybe you just happened to do 2 encounters that gave you like a shit ton of experience in a row for some reason, Mace, and you were edging a level before that. So you got like, you know, 60% and it took you to just over halfway and then you got 50% again. Very weird. More servos, circuits, and steel than flesh, blood, and bone. Typical Warhammer character. Then. Maybe the experience catch up if there is one. Got aggressive. Maybe, yeah. You don't mind? Yeah, it means you'd have to grind, right? Man, for some reason playing this game just made me really want to play the next Ace Combat game. Which is really weird. There's not even a date on it yet. What? I believe that's meant to be in the first Final Fantasy VII remaster. Level was just an indicator. You didn't have to grind for them. Right. If the first was any indication, right. Level grinding isn't needed, okay. You fucked that one real hard, man. You've legit thought of trying that NT gacha thing? Don't know what you're talking about. Oh wait, no, is this what Oni was talking about the other day? Something about it being anime GTA, but like it's not anime GTA fucking at all. Yes, Neverness to Everness. I hate the title, but Your wall structure generates 6 1 stars. See how far you can keep going. That can be fun, yeah. I remember doing that as a kid. As a young'un, I do recall doing that in the PSP version of whatever fuck it was. You heard it was a gacha and lost interest immediately. I just don't like the title. Neverness to Everness? What? That's nonsensical. Oh, is it like brand new? Okay, no, fuck you and your website if you're gonna play audio and make that horrible noise that made it sound like my headphones disconnected and reconnected. I just wanted to see a vague outline, but never mind. Doesn't seem like the thing. That's fine, you'll get GTA 6 eventually. Any day now. Any day now. Yeah, I don't really keep up with the gacha space, so I didn't know if it was like old or new. I didn't realize it was new. Someone would give you the prototype power set, allow you to let it rip. There's GTA Mayhem coming to the US world. It does feel like that archetype kind of died off to a degree, right? The only thing I can think of that's even like vaguely in that line of archetype that came out relatively recently was the, oh god, how old was this? The Alien game remaster that I can't remember the name of. Is it Crypto? Destroy all humans? It was 2020, never mind. That's relatively recently, right? Came off something like Crackdown, Saints Row 3 and 4. I never got into Saints Row. It didn't tickle me. I know a lot of people really liked it. Is 4 the most recent one? Did they actually make another one of those? They got progressively more and more fucking ludicrous, if I recall correct. Like, it started off, my understanding was very like GTA-y. But then you could like fly or something. Yes, it is the final installment. Okay. People bought it for the Halo 3 beta. Oh, was that given away as part of it? A bit silly. I feel like you've mentioned Crackdown before, but I've looked this up before, I think. Most of the sales of people trying to get into the beta. That's very unfortunate. Crackdown 3 came out in 2019, but apparently did not do very well. Seemingly. Was a disappointment, that's a shame. Ball plays oddly cohesively in the song, it tends to be how I wreck your hand him. Engage your combat, it clanks for your powerful yet encourages you to break and stuff to push through. Fair enough. If it works, right? I'm so nearly there. I'm gonna go to the Wraiths, I think. The Spriggans here are not really giving me any drops anyway, so. Hello, Shades. Hopefully I can kill them without too much trouble. When you get past 50, the threshold should push you a few levels. That would be nice. Put me closer to being able to do the spider quests. Since that's the next combat-based one, right? After that point. This is 50, doesn't say it, but that's 50. That is 91. 60. Yeah, that's the next one. And then it's really far away other than that. The twigs that you got are worth 5 gold each on the market. Yeah, I'm not allowed to use the market because I'm a free-to-play person, which is very odd, I must say. But hey, I got 2. Yeah, I got a few of them. I think I might have 3 actually. I don't know. Does it say in here? Yeah, I've got 3. So 4 if that doesn't count the one in my inventory. 5 gold is a shit ton of money. For me, that would be great. Technically you need it to unlock trading. Then once you unlock it, you continue doing it as a free-to-play. Even if you don't have the premium anymore. Oh, is it locked behind a quest or something? Not behind part of the episode 4 story. Ah, okay. That makes sense then, yeah, because you've got the progression, so it doesn't remove your game progression. Right. You know, that would be really nice to get like 20 gold to just do a bunch of enchantments on all of my stuff, but no such luck here. Also, I'd need to get that far in anyway, and at that point, that would probably become a significantly different amount of money relatively to what I'm at. 10 gold at this point would be infinite. Yeah. We're trying to buy a full set of the tree enhancement potion reagents. Well, I'd give you mine if I could. What do they do? The tree enhancements. What does that do? because I'm like almost certainly never gonna get there. So unless in my incredibly limited time to level up stuff, I'm going to instead just randomly get potions to level 6. Seems a bit weird. Enchant one type of each tree to be able to cut it multiple times before it disappears. Okay. Can you only do it to one type of a tree at a time? Make a potion of cells. Yeah, you need 300 alchemy to this one, specifically. As many as you have the level 4, just one tree each time. Interesting. Okay. I have the level to enchant junipers and ashes. Oh, really? Cool. I need this, which you get from 12 combat by Goblin Chiefs. Neat. This Juniper's yeah. Neat combat. Interesting. Didn't you have like infinite gold anyway, Ranker? So wouldn't buying them all be like not a problem for you? Or is it a case of there's not stock of them, or they're sold too quickly? Nobody has the full set? Ah. I'll choose Hope when I hit the milestone. I'm gonna see which one is better for me, from what I can tell with the gear that I have at the current moment in time, and then I'm gonna grab that one. In terms of attacks and stuff. We've got an open offer out for 100 gold. Damn! For the enchantment potions? I'm not that fussed about the enchantment potions, to be honest. I think that's, if you're looking at it in terms of, like, the long-term play, that's the correct thing to do. But for the extent of the time in which I'm going to be playing for, that would probably be a horrific waste. To make that based what the decision is based on. My goal here, if I can do it, is to complete all of the quests. All of the free-to-play quests. And that's it. So, well, it would be nice to have like the tree upgraded to be able to get some wood cutting levels earlier on. That doesn't feel like it's worth it, right? Not to base a whole decision around. That would be a bit intense. That might be better than what I have in the bank, actually. It is better than what I have in the bank, because apparently I don't have a weapon in the bank. A fire, so whoops. I must have sold that at some point. Oopsie doopsie. I'm training about combat anyway, so it could be worth, I suppose. I feel like going for whatever area seems more beneficial for my capacity to do damage effectively would be better for combat in the shorter term though, right? So whatever it is that I have. Ice, fire, lightning. Mainly ice, fire, and lightning. Maybe death as well, because I have that on the axe. And on a ranged option. I don't think I found my second, like, two-handed weapon yet. What are these guys willing to, by the way? I don't think it matters when this weapon is so ridiculously good compared to anything else that I've got, but they are weak to nature. $64.36. Sure. Why not? Oh, no, shit. Oh, I did it wrong. Ultimately, probably doesn't make that much of a difference, but... makes me feel like I'm doing it the correct way, the way the game wants. A 104 GB Guardian. I'm perpetually amazed that I'm not the lowest level player. Equip. Yeah, the bow. Oh yeah. And because it's only 3 shots, I get onto the thing that actually does damage quicker as well. In all likelihood, in my rapier. It's unlikely that weapon will be better, but I can have a peep. That armor. I don't know if there's variation. I would imagine there's variation as well. $57.41. That one's better. $59.37. I would prefer that. There is variation, at least in the percentage chance of damage proccing of the correct element. That's cool. Deposit them, they get sorted based on stats. They do, but then if I want to sell them, I have to like remove the ones that I want to get rid of manually, and that's really annoying. Unless there's like a sell everything that's worse button that I just have not seen. It's second nature to you, yeah. I just don't want to have the... I like to only have specifically the things that I'm going to use in there, and not just like a bunch of junk. Some carpal tunnel. I quite like my wrists being as only moderately fucked up as they are. They don't need to get worse. Hell yeah, dude. I love the bow. You know what bothers me? Perhaps way more than it should. The fact that this alignment is different when you're in this menu. They take up the same amount of space, but for some reason the inventory, because it gets pushed down, is a different size. It's such a mild problem, but it irritates the shit out of me. I can change the vertical spacing, can I? Oh, yes. Why is that not default? That's basically the same. That was annoying the ever-loving fuck out of me. Yay! No, it's consistent. Thank you, Raga. I didn't get a pixel perfect. I didn't, and I don't want to fish for the however long that would take to make happen. Look at that. Look at how tiny a difference that is, man. I feel like the kerning's different as well. It's in the same spot. The kerning is just different. That really hurt my eyes. Is it in the same spot? I think it's in the same spot. Not quite. How minute is it? This is not worth the effort. It's not worth the effort. This is more annoying now than it was before because the inventory items change. You've made it worse. Why did you do this to me? I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. That's so irritating. Going that close to the screen hurts my fucking eyeballs, like, I can't do that. It's good enough. Try resizing it horizontally. This is so much worse. Why did you ever make me aware of this? Why have you done this? Why did I say anything? Wait, just put it back to how it was. And then you can pretend like nothing ever went wrong. It's just fucky forever. You just have to deal with that bit. But now there's not like a mild change that's far more annoying than the massive change. That's good, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. I fixed it, it's all good. I'm a genius. He's gonna do the Easter event with your friend who just got the game, but he quit mid-tutorial. Mid-tutorial? That sounds like they didn't really want to play the game. Was this one? No, that's way better. Pop. There you come. How am I doing at this point? 13,000 experience left to get, which would be, I don't know, 10-ish. Oh no, I'm on these now, 1,600. Yeah, 10-ish. 9, maybe, 8, 9, 8. Cool. Now I'll be able to get my quest XP. And then I can start cutting down trees. Delightful. Ended up being more... bump, bump. More thingy than I expected. Combat. I was hoping to split it better, but now that I truly understand just how much fucking combat I need, that does make it a wee bit hard to split it. That I need to be at 165. Whereas my next highest requirement for anything is like 78, I think. Is the highest. Yeah, 78. Or 68. That's a chonky difference. In favor of combat. I really love that you can just teleport all the time. As soon as you get teleports unlocked, you can just teleport. There's no fucking shenanigans with it. I don't need scrolls or usable resources or any of that shit. I can just go. Not on a cooldown. Oh. You messed up my eyes, better put them that close to the screen. Gonna get 2 quests done in 1 day. That is not gonna happen again. Probably ever. If I had to hazard a guess. Although who knows, maybe if I get this completely non-combat quest done at some point in line with something else. It could just work out that way. It's Herbalist Hurdle that I really want to do. Because then I should be able to boost my combat level, right? The boost potions. Make me a little bit stronger in my fights. I like that they added one that doesn't have combat at all. I liked it when you mentioned it, and I still like it now that I'm looking at the fact that it's in the game. It's just nice. Too often there is not enough quests that just have no combat or not interesting alternate options in games. So it's just like, hey, go kill trip. Or it's just boring as fuck. Run this item around to 500 different places and get different items from all those people who want you to take it to a different place. We made this quest as a mockery of this exact thing, but it became way worse than any real ones. One small favour, exactly, right? Not looking forward to doing that whenever I have to do it. You love one small favour? I'm not looking forward to it. To be fair, I don't really look forward to doing any quests in RuneScape anymore. They have broken me, well and truly, at this point. It's so much longer you remember every time. It gets worse every time you do it. It's funny. Final trades. Okay, if I just click this, does it just do it? Yes, it just does it. Okie doke. That is the piece of information I want. So I need to choose episode 1. I wanted to click it to see if I could find out any information. which was entirely what I was going to base my decision off of anyway, and then the fact that I couldn't learn any information means it's fine. I'll just go to the port. I don't mind. It's okay. Based on what I had, information-wise, I was going to pick the forest, but I truly am relatively neutral. I was hoping it was going to let me preview the, like, enemies that would be coming up, you know? Because some of these, for example, are new. Which I'm assuming means that you haven't fought them before at any point. So it would have been nice to see their weaknesses and stuff. But weak to ice. Irrelevant. Ice. Yeah, can't do anything about that guy, really. Tempest is good. Tempest is good. I can do Necro. So it's still really good for me. Just maybe not as good as it otherwise would have been. But that's fine. It's not a big deal. Not really. Not really. Hello. they're the ones I nicked, right? Lost the whole squad in there. Terrible Evil sounds like a good reason to stay clear. Know something? Discovered a crystal. Similar crystals in the mine. If it made them aggressive, it explains the disappearance. A Dryad could detect evil. A recruit like me can cope? Wow. I am allowed access to the mine. I've done it. 311,000 combat experience. Holy shit. Okay. 4 levels instantly. This one is forever unable to be done, but it's fine because it's the wrong color. It sounds horrible. But it distinctly distinguishes it. Distinctly distinguishes. It is clear that it is not something I can do, which is great. Very, very nice. Let's go kill a single guard. Are they out here? The rookies? They're in sparring arena. Just to get the card for it, and then I will go to... Where are you gonna auto switch to? It picks the rapier, okay. You were completely neutral, right? I do not like that I have to scroll past all this stuff every time. At least I can click up there, I suppose. You are completely neutral. Okay. They're yellow now. Dun-dun-dun. Cool, cool. So rookie sparring guard. What was the one previously? A recruit. Teleport to the forest. Apologies. Okay, so in terms of carpentry, I'm good to just do whatever the fuck I get here. Blesk, thank you. And it is better to do hickory than it is to do the brambies. Hickory is up here. In 5 areas? I wonder if that's enough for a full inventory. How long they take to respawn. Trees. Two in here. 5 trees could make for 5 would make maybe for good like 2 cycles or something. We'll see. Well, there's 4 in here. My thinking is if I just level up woodcut to the threshold it needs to be for because and then do whatever the other thing was. Carpentry? Forgot the name of it for a second there. Don't kill me, Racker, I'm sorry. It was a mistake, I'm sorry. Maybe it'll be neat at that point. Action queuing. Oh yeah, I'm allowed to do that here. Okay, did I miss one or is that really fucking awkward? Maybe I missed one. The bannable effects for action queue. Wait, can I action queue? It runs me away. It's shift? Oh, okay. Shift left? Yes. shift right. It's shift left, even though I use right for everything anyway. Has to be different, okay. Feels like I can still have middles that. That is fine. Okay. So if you were to... I don't know, actually. I don't know how you would make this work well. Screw it. It's not that important. It's only for however much. It'll be fine. You're going to be wincing in pain with the way that I'm going to do all these trees, by the way, Raka. Just want you to know. This is going to be very painful for you. How much is the inventory space? $24. So 8 goes into 24 neatly. So does 6. Don't you respawn quickly enough, do you? Wondering if this works. You're not respawned at that point. Because it's free. 4, 5, 8. Don't know. But that one wouldn't respawn in time. He's gonna fill up my inventory. Thinking about things is hard. Oh, you wouldn't need to, because there's 4 in here. Oh no, that's fine then. 4, 1, 3. Feels like that's a long run where you're spending time not doing anything, maybe, but... to go 1, 2, 3, 4. You always end up. You'd ideally want to end up here, eh? Yeah, I'm never very good at routing. Routing's for the big brain peeps. Not for the mundane of intelligence like me. I like this because it fits well, and you end your inventory in a nice way, and that's the most important thing for me. Although, ideally, I would love to end the inventory down here instead of up here, but... it's fine. This is comfortable. It might not be quick, it might not be efficient, but it's comfortable. I also immediately forgot that the action queuing exists again. Instantly forgot. Wait, it said a 2. Can you queue up? Oh my god, you can. I don't even have to play the game. Ah, delightful. Actually respawns when I'm on my way back through. $4,409, eh? Jesus. Squatchy Street Louse. That's more AFK. Is it bad that I kind of want you to tell me how painful every single route I come up with is, Raka? You to rate them on scale of painfulness. Which one hurt you the most? Which one left the deepest psychological impact? The trees all moved around in the milestone. You don't know what a lot of the best routes are. Oh, okay. Can you feel it, like in your loins, though, that this is wrong? Just in the core of your being, just twitching. I'm overcomplicating it. Oh, really? Interesting. Same, you got max before they moved. Cool. You'd have to do it yourself, yeah. I just like the flow this has, you know? I just ping pong the areas. Or actually, it's 7, 14, 21 a year. It doesn't work. If it was 28, you could do 3. Do you recall Zero, Max? Not long after you did. Nice. Rank 16. Very nice. Congrats. Congrats. Forever, yep. Part of me feels so bad for the total level peeps who are gonna have to go on an absolute mad fucking rush when the thing comes in. Greatest achievements rank 16 on snowball collecting? Hell yeah. That's far more important. That's why the rank is the same. You collected as many snowballs as you did logs. With the same speed. Equals out perfectly, as all things must. I didn't know there was a leaderboard for snowballs, to be honest. I at least can't see one. Show legacy? Ah. Christmas 25. Rank 1 is invisible. Rank 2 is a lusty Argonian. I don't like that. Collected 180k and is rank 2. That's so funny. Yeah, there you are. Exactly 40k. That is delicious. Oh, okay. 182. It's very close, yeah. Happy with the number. That's the best bit. Look at these people with their imperfect numbers. 69 420 though. That's legit. That person stopped it. They knew what they wanted. 50k is also delicious. 39 420 because they couldn't get to 69 because that was too much. I can respect that, to be honest. Sorry, what did you say, level up message? I dismissed you so quickly I didn't even pay attention. I can do passive things. Okay. I don't care for passive things. I want active things. None of these are gonna get leveled. Literally none. Tree loppers. Every single one of my knowledge points is going on combat. Do I need these? For lopping branches from trees. No, that's exclusively for passive experience as well. I don't need that. I do need the tree loppers, do I? I need them for spider's nest. Son of a... Okay. God fucking damn it, spider's nest. Do I need to unlock one of the passives for Spider's Nest as well? Where's my camera down there? Some active trees also use loppers. These fuckers. The high level. I just need to own a pair. Good. How high level? Because I only need to go to... For me, very high. I don't think that's an issue then. I only need... Was it 101? Or 51, sorry? I only need 51. A 100? Is there a 100 one? Or was this 100? No. For active lopping? Ah, okay. Yeah, basically double my requirement, so. How am I doing on the old fish space? Boy. I'm in top 5,000 on Hopeport? That's ridiculous. What do you mean? I'm only 252. I'm higher than Sap is. Sap's all about that forest, which makes sense. It's in the name. How do I check fishing? Fishing. Oh, I mean, 3,100, that's pretty good. Oh my god, Raka. I remember when I was ahead of you in fishing. You remember those days? That was a long time ago. I must admit, having a 1 on all of these feels real fucking good. Instead of them just saying like 55, 72, 71. Having the 1 there is... That is very rewarding. Forever cooking game. Forever cooking game. Even if it's not cooking game, it's cooking game. Thank Elden Ring as Don Quixote from Limbus Company. Just normal Don Quixote, but a go. Okay. Elden Ring feels like a place where that character fits. Quixote or Quixote? Should probably finish your alchemist milestone. Do you get anything if you finish every single collection in a milestone, or is it just satisfaction? You get a screenshot? I just wondered, because they give you point every time you get the collection logs. I don't know what you want to call them. The pictures. I don't friggin' know. What are these called? Cards. The first time you get the card, it gives you experience, right? I was expecting for it to give you... Whoopsie. Like a massive chunk when you finished everything in the lot, you know? Just because it made sense to me. But I guess the thing that you get is the fact that you got all of them. No double experience, but no card collected is very interesting. I've done it to the point where I don't get double experience anymore, but I don't have the card for it. That'd be sick, yeah. It'd also be nice if it just gave you like 2 KPs or something, right? Immediately. Or something like that. And you had to spend them straight away or something, I don't know. So you could pick where the experience went as a reward for like finishing all of one of the things. You got to put experience where you wanted it to go. That would be neat. Just something along those lines. If you were the level of the next pass with the milestone release, you had no double experience for any previous passes. Ah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, because Cooking Game made it so that those were actually leveled up stats compared to anything else. You're ignoredly happy about something that happened in Final Fantasy VII. What happened in Final Fantasy VII, Mace? Like if... Who? Tifa and Aerith. What's the big muscly dude's name? Fucking Brandon? I don't know. Cloud isn't the big muscly dude. Cloud's the twink with the big sword. Barrett. Barrett and Cloud. Tifa and Cloud Kith. How boring. How mundane. Gun hand guy. You know, somehow I forgot he had a gun for a hand. I just remembered he was muscly as fuck. That detail left my head. What I do remember is he has muscles for days. Remember how much of a project it was to go on a Cloud to go on a date with Barrett? Wait, you could do it? That's amazing. Aren't you meant to love Aerith? Aerith, not Tifa? Or is that not how that works? Do I not remember anything anymore? To be fair, it's been forever. It's possible in the remake as well. Fantastic. Doesn't he have a wife? Or kids or something? It's in the fucking remake. He has a daughter. Right. When you say it's possible in the remake, which remake? In the remake, you go on a date with whatever party member you have the highest affinity with. Right. If you right-click the storage rift, or the storage rift spell is a deposit all option. If I left-click it then? Okay. Right-click for me is automatically do first top option. Can even have a date with the fire dog. The dog isn't like a dog though, right? The dog's a person. Aerith? suppose that's how you say it, almost. They ruined red in the remake. Why? All I remember is dog. Red dog. I don't remember anything about them. It's been a very long fucking time. You hate a stupid voice? This cool stoic adult voice was a lie all along. Oh no. Sounds like a generic anime team. Delightful. That's a choice. They ruined him. I'm inclined to agree at that point, even though I don't know anything about it. What is this logo that some people have? This blue wolf or unicorn or horse or whatever that is. It looks like the Team Liquid logo. That's Lone Wolf, which is Iron Man. Oh, you have to be a paid person to be an Iron Man though, right? Means they're a nerd. I mean, they're playing this. Isn't that default? You don't need a logo for that one. Logo means they can't go back. You wanted Tifa to be your highest affinity member and you succeeded. Congratulations. Can you not see who your highest affinity member is? The yellow shield icon means they're a trader, which presumably is that they've done a lot of trading. Means they opted in. Okay. Also, it's 2. I know, but I'm finishing this inventory. I can't cut mid-inventory. That's fucked, Tracker. That's fucked. That's messed up. You can? Oh, okay, cool. Let's get set passive. Yep, yep. It's going to be the louse I just unlocked. The louse? The lice. The louse? It's plural. Just got them for combat, so. And it's the only milestone one I have. And they're actually relatively close, right? They're down here. I mean, if anything, the fact that Otter has gone is better for me, because it means we actually get to play a game that's fun. Blotchy Street Louse. Yes, correct. There we go. Passive. Beat the shit out of them. That is going to be me done for today. I will be back on Tuesday at this point. Although if you want Brighter Shores specifically, it will be Thursday. You can see when and what and stuff on that linky link there. Discord and YouTube's, if you give a shit about those, are on those 2 links as well. I will see you whenever I see you next time. Enjoy yourself. Till then, bootleg.